Hello esteemed colleagues, in this tutorial video we'll guide you through the process of working with functional buttons in the plant maintenance module of the WAYL system. Start by accessing the maintenance module. You can do this by clicking on maintenance on the system's home page or selecting it from the main menu on the left hand side of your screen. Upon opening the maintenance module, you'll be greeted by its main page. On the top right corner of the screen, you will be able to see functional buttons: Add Work, Copy Works, Add Hours, Add to Critical, and Print. To add a new task, press the Add Work button in the top right corner of the screen. This action will prompt a pop-up window to appear asking you to provide the necessary details. The name field is where you create a unique name for the task. Be sure to include as much relevant information as possible to aid future identification or searches. Next field is work number. This field is being filled automatically according to the category you have selected, so no additional actions needed. The interval field allows for customization according to your needs. It specifies the time period after which maintenance on the selected equipment is due. A drop-down field to the right of the interval field allows you to select the units of time for the interval, be it hours, days, months, years, dockings, or as needed. This determines the value of the number you have entered in the interval field. As an example, if maintenance is performed every month, ensure the correct value is entered. The interval field can be 0 if maintenance isn't planned in the immediate future, but remember, it cannot accept text values. After the interval and its value are determined, the last done and expiry fields will autofill, though they can still be manually adjusted if needed. For a newly created job, you'll need to select a category. The category field values are derived from your previously created root categories. To ensure clarity, you can add a description to the work detailing any specific checks or procedures to be done during maintenance. Additionally, attachments can be added to any work being created. These attachments could be photos of the equipment, manuals, or short descriptions in any preferred format. In the Available Ranks section, work can be assigned to a specific rank, meaning only individuals with, for instance, a chief engineer rank will be responsible for this task and will be able to use Show Only My Work checkbox to find tasks assigned to them. You can assign ranks using the Edit Ranks button and even select multiple ranks for the same job. Other ranks still can perform this task in case of need. If the newly created task requires spare parts, this can be added in the Required Parts section by clicking on the Add Required Part button. This will prompt a pop-up window to appear asking you to select the necessary part by using Categories section or the search field at the top. Parts can be located by their name, catalog number, part number, and so on. After the required part is located, input the required quantity on the right side of the page and close the pop-up window by clicking the cross sign on the top right corner. This action will add the part to the work. Once all necessary information is filled out, you have three options. You can print information about this work or save it as a PDF using the print button. The archive button allows you to review the work history for this specific task. However, this is usually not applicable for newly created works. Lastly, press the Save button to finalize the addition of the work. After clicking the Save button, your work will appear in the list. If you need to make any changes, find your newly created work and double-click on it. Next button, Copy Works, allows you to duplicate existing work. To start, press this button, a new pop-up window will appear, prompting you to select necessary options. Copy from the Vessel field specifies the vessel from which tasks will be copied. To the right side from it, in the field Copy to Vessel, you will be able to select vessel to which tasks will be copied. You can copy also works for the same vessel, just select it for both fields. After, you will need to select category of tasks to copy in the field Copy from Category on initial vessel. and target category where to copy in the field Copy to Category. If categories will not be selected, you will not be able to copy. Upon selecting all necessary information, the list of works to be copied will appear at the bottom of pop-up window. Check if all necessary works have been included and then press the Copy button. If everything is correct, Data Copied message will appear at the bottom right corner of the screen. Next button is called Add Hours, and it allows you to add running hours to the whole category or subcategory. Please pay attention that by default it is not active until you will select a category or subcategory from the Categories section on the left side of the screen. Selecting a task from list will not make this button active. Select necessary category and press Add Hours button. Pop-up window will appear showing you list of categories and subcategories you have selected on the left side of the window. Please pay attention that if hours haven't been added to this category and its subcategories, then no checkboxes near categories will be selected. And you will need to select them manually. If hours have been added at least once before, system will activate checkboxes near those categories where hours have been already added. To add hours, you can either add hours in field niche near each category, or you can enter necessary value in Count Hours field. In case of using Count Hours field, system will automatically add entered value to categories with active checkboxes, or will add less if actual running time is less than entered value. Also, you can add only 24 running hours per day. Work done date field will show you current date and time, but you can select necessary date and time manually using calendar button or just entering date and time manually. After adding all necessary information, press save button and hours will be added. Please notice that after entering hours, you still can edit them in 24 hours from work done date. Just select the same category, press add hours button, then select necessary category from the list on the left side and double-click on recently added hours line to correct current running hours value. Next button is Add to Critical. PMS module has additional section called Critical Equipment. This section is designed to store tasks for equipment that require special attention. This button allows you to select category as critical, and special sign will appear near category. It still will be shown in main section of the PMS module, but now you can also find it in critical equipment section. Also, after highlighting category as critical, button will change to remove from critical, when selecting this category, allowing you to remove category from critical section. In addition, you can move to critical just a single task by right-clicking on it and selecting Add to Critical. The same action is required to remove task from critical section. Right-click on task already moved to critical and select Remove from critical. And last button, Print, allows you to generate report in PDF format. Please pay attention that this button will print report by selected categories, not a single task. If you want to print a single task, you will need to double-click on it and press Print button in pop-up window that will appear. I trust that you will find this information helpful. Thank you for your attention.